In this video, you get a detailed step-by-step eyeshadow tutorial that I created on a dark skin. This is a very beginner-friendly eyeshadow tutorial. My name is Rosenta. If you're stopping by my channel for the first time, I am a professional makeup artist and a makeup tutor. Now let's get right into the video. Same way good skin prep equals good skin outcome, that is the same way good eyeshadow base equals good eyeshadow outcome. My eyeshadow primer now is going to my eyelid. The only thing I'm taking to my crease area, or her eye crease area rather, is the excess. For this, you need minimal quantity of eyeshadow primer and a brush that you can easily control. And when I say a brush that you can easily control, a brush that is not too loose. Because if it's too loose, you will have eyeshadow primer even on the places you don't even want to place eyeshadow on. Here, I'm trying to show my eyeshadow brushes and my powder palettes that I'm going to be using for her transition shades. Something happened here. Normally, when doing eyeshadow, her eyes is meant to be closed. Even if you are doing eyeshadow on yourself, at least one of your eyes is meant to be closed while you're doing the other one. So you can see that there were like some crease lines because she opened her eyes, and I had to go in with that brush I used for primer to apply it on top. I did not take any other primer, I just applied it on top, tapping it on top to ensure that those creases were gone. One very important reason for doing transition is like applying a brown, and this is just a deeper brown. I usually go for, you see that nose contour, I usually go for that brown or a lighter brown than the person's nose contour. The reason why maybe somebody will ask you, oh, apply transition shade in browns, or you see a lot of people using brown for transition shades, is that when you want to apply a darker eyeshadow later, like a black, okay, just directly applying that black under your eyeshadow primer will not blend it seamlessly, especially if you are a beginner, especially if you are just starting out. Even for me, I think I'll find it a bit difficult. But now, since you have this powder base of a brown on top of this eyeshadow primer already, adding a black or a darker color will just make it blend seamlessly more. With transition, I tap on my powder. I like to use powder for my transition shade. I start off by using a small, not too fluffy brush, and I tap on my powder and then take it to the eyes after dusting off the excess. The easiest point to start blending from when it comes to eyeshadow is your eyelid, not your crease. If you notice, I tap on my eyelid and then I take it up to that up point to my crease, and then I bring it, to that angle you are seeing me taking my brush to now. Now, I did not want this video to be very bulky, and that's why I did not really show you the details of the brushes I used, but it's nothing complicated, okay? I wanted that to be a separate video. So if you want to see the different brushes that are good for different things for makeup, just let me know in the comments. She opened her eyes again. So before I went in with my main eyeshadow, I had to, go in with that my primer brush again. So now with that same brush I used for my transition shade, I took a little bit of black. Can you see that point where I'm showing you, that point where I'm stopping? That's the crease area. Please don't just watch this video for watching sake. I want you to actually try and pick a few points from this. Now, whether it was with my transition shade or this black, I never just picked an eyeshadow or picked a color of eyeshadow like black and placed it at that toppest point of my eyes, or her eyes rather. I always took it down to the lid, and then I blended it upwards and then to the inner corner of her eye area. That's like that tear dot part. I never just pick a black, because when you get to that inner corner of the tear dots or that tear dot area, it will be hard for you to blend if you had already picked too much. So what I did is that I always blend from the outer area to the inner area without taking any excess eyeshadow. I hope that makes sense. Like, I hope I'm trying to pass a message. Now, the ways you can blend, there is the tapping on the eyes, there is the circling, like circling around that area, and then to spread it, and then there's the zigzag to move it to different parts of the eyes of which you want it. So I said there's tapping, there is circling around the area to spread, and then there's also zigzag. Zigzag helps you to move it from one point to the other, and to also help you to spread it around the eyes. Now, there are specific things you will take. Like, I will not go and take tapping or circling to the inner corner of that eyes, like the tear dot area. What I will take around there is like the zigzag, maybe to push in and push out, excess and all of that. There are specific reasons why I chose this eyeshadow, but anyway, let me get right into what I was trying to do here. So I took this color to her crease. I wanted to give it the eyeshadow a bit of warmth, because I knew I was going for like a dark ashy color, so I didn't want it to be too ashy, and that's why I used that red to kind of warm it up a bit, Nothing too much, or just a bit. If you notice, there's like that hue of dark red in there, and that's what I was trying to go for. Just around the crease area. I didn't take it down to the lid, just around the crease area, to give that place a bit of warmth. Again, I'm not expecting you to understand it and flow with me so well, but there are reasons why I do certain things, especially when it comes to eyeshadow colors. Now she has this really warm undertone. I don't know if you can notice, even if she's dark, her face looks a bit warm. And then she had this what's this color now, ginger hair, that was already giving like warm vibes. So I had to like counter it up so that everything will not look too warm. Do you understand? Coming from that end. And that's one of the reasons why I went for this particular eyeshadow colors. Okay, let's get back into the eyes. This is just for you to understand that it's not just any color you like, you take there. Sometimes I also assess things like clothing, accessories, hair color, and all of that. Using a flat brush that I know that I'll be able to control, I use it for the inner corner of her eyes. This to apply like the one color eyeshadow I was going for. Now this question is for you. Which method of application do you think I used? Was it tapping, was it zigzag, or circling around? Let me know in the comments, and I just want to know if you are also following. Remember that whatever you do to the left eye, do it to the right eye. Observe it before you take move another step rather. I was trying to form an eye lift kind of, and I used my powder puff and a setting powder for that. So just zoom in and observe what I did. Let me not be explaining too much. I hope you know that practice makes improvements when it comes to makeup artistry, and I'm always rooting for you. Okay, we're going to practice it together. Thank you and welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. Till I see you in my next video, do take care. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and all of those good stuff. See you.